Hello and welcome to Maplewood Homestead. My name is Nancy, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to make a carnivore or keto friendly breaded chicken tender. We're going to use some keto mayonnaise that we made in another video. I'll leave the link to that here. Otherwise, let's get started. You can easily swap out a carnivore friendly mayo for this recipe. You can go ahead and pause the video here and get all your ingredients together, then we'll get started. We're starting out with 3 pounds of our own homegrown chicken breasts. Take each breast and cut them into thirds lengthwise. This helps them to resemble chicken tenders, but also it's going to help them cook faster. Next, take some of that delicious homemade keto mayo that we made and put about a cup to a cup and a half in a pan. If you want to know how we made it, I'll leave a link to the video at the end of this one. You can go ahead and put that mayo to the side. Next, get your 5-ounce bag of pork rinds and we're going to empty it into a gallon-sized baggie. Don't seal the baggie up completely. Leave a little hole for air to escape, because the next thing you're going to do is either take the side of a meat mallet like this or a rolling pin and smash or roll down the pork rinds to pulverize them. Now it's time to season our pork rind breading. First thing we're going to do is add 2 teaspoons of onion powder, next we're going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and for a little kick we're going to add a half a teaspoon of chili powder. Now you can use whatever seasonings you want. This is just what we prefer. Go ahead, seal it up, give it a good shake to mix it all the way in. Oh, almost forgot. I gotta add a little bit of salt. I put about a half a teaspoon. So instead of a typical egg wash to help keep the breading on the chicken, we're going to actually use some of that homemade mayo. At this point, go ahead and put all of the chicken tenders into your mayo. We're going to mix it really thoroughly to make sure that every part and every side of the chicken tender is covered. Now get your seasoned pork rind breading and put it into a bowl. If you want to try breading the chicken within the bag, you can do that. I found it's much easier to put it in the bowl and roll it around in the breading. The last ingredient we're going to add to the breading is unflavored whey isolate protein powder. You can get this off of Amazon, or sometimes you can even find it at the grocery store. Make sure you mix it in really thoroughly. I've found that by adding this whey isolate powder, it actually helps the breading to stick to the chicken so much better. Before we start breading, let's go ahead and get our pans ready. Whatever pans you decide to use, you're going to line it with parchment paper so they don't stick. You're also going to grease the parchment paper with a little bit of olive oil or any kind of fat that you want to use. Now it's time to get these tenders breaded and into the oven. This part's going to be a little bit messy, but what you're going to do is you're going to take the chicken tenders and kind of scrape off any extra mayonnaise. Next, put it into the breading. Do this for a few pieces. As you're breading the chicken, go ahead and turn on your oven so it will be preheating. You're going to turn it to 400 degrees. Just go ahead and roll those chicken tenders around in the breading and make sure you got every side before we go ahead and put them on the pans. Look at how beautiful that looks. All right, go ahead and put that on your pan. Go ahead and finish out breading the chicken tenders and putting them on the pan. As you can see with this recipe, there really wasn't a lot of waste. And now they're ready to go into the oven and cook at 400 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. 12 to 15 is because you get to decide how crunchy you want them. This recipe has made enough to serve a family of 5, and this means 3 teenagers. You can either cut the recipe in half if you need to, or you can put the extra in the freezer till when you want them. When you pull them out, just heat them up in the oven or the air fryer. In our house, there are 2 of us that are carnivore and keto, and the others are not. They're just a regular standard diet. So this is how I serve us. If you've stuck around this far in the video, thanks for coming by. Please hit the like and subscribe button for more great content from Maplewood Homestead. See you next time.